Welcome once again. This is the Frontline Show, iHeartRadio, Pop Radio, Spotify, Premium. I'm your host, Tryone Muhhammad, with Queenie Greene on my left. And today we got one of my little brothers, good brother, Ilya here today. And we're gonna chop it up real nice and share some issues, some frontline issues, and the various things we've been dealing with on the streets and what he's been dealing with and putting together. You know, as y'all know, ECCSC sponsors Frontline Show. Queenie, talk about it.
Make sure you check us out every Tuesday. Come back with us. We got the Frontline issues. We talking all the issues that you want to talk about, that you're not talking about, that you don't want to talk about, that you might be scared to talk about. You know Tyrone gonna get it in. 7 to 8 p.m. every Tuesday, Pop Radio Worldwide, Spotify Premium. Make sure you hashtag Frontline Radio Show, ECCSC. Make sure you download that 7-Star app. Want to give a shout out to our sponsors, and that's that 7-Star Police app, y'all. We need that.
No doubt.
That's about it.
But
make sure you hashtag Queenie Greene. Find me everywhere.
Now let me introduce our guest today, Ilya. He think he gonna take over the hosting right here. I got this here, man. And listen, bro, this is my brother, but we're gonna have a little fun, but we're gonna be serious today as well. You know, this is no game. This is frontline issues, and we're not playing over here. Y'all already know the motto. So, Ilya, talk to the people that are listening. Tell them who you are, how they can stay in touch with you, and hey, man, what brings you here today?
I met the brother Tryone Muhhammad, outstanding, amazing brother. In the streets, on the streets, fighting for justice, fighting for equality. In my community, the Austin community, the west side of Chicago.
Yes, sir.
The brother come from out south to fight, to stand up, to be heard, to show his power, his ability. And we linked.
Yes, sir.
So after our linking, he really ignited in me the zeal and the passion I got for my community. So I'm thankful that he'll bring me on the show. I've supposed to been on the show probably a few times before that. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Hey, that's his fault, y'all.
I'm not gonna talk about that. We're gonna keep on going.
He brought it
up. We're gonna keep on going. So the brother has remained a comrade, has remained steadfast in his pursuits for equality, not just for him, but for our people, the people that's struggling, the broken people, the lost people, the dying people. So I come to support him in everything he do. So I'm thankful that he gave me the mic. I don't really get contact information. You know, you're gonna see me. There will be no All-Star game if y'all listening.
Hey.
If the world is listening. If the world is listening. Look, if there were
no All-Star game.
NBA, if y'all listening, LeBron, if you would hear this, there will be no basketball, no dribbling. There'll be no dunking, there'll be no dancing.
We got some things tied up with the game now.
Oh, well, so
it's just unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
Queenie is my co-host. It's just unfortunate, so that your whatever you got tied up might not go through.
It can't go through.
It's not gonna go through.
They're not gonna put us at the
So
table.
really, on everything, bro. Like myself, you served prison time.
Too many years.
And I did 20 years plus, and you served how much, bro?
18 years.
And you dealing with a wrongful conviction now, right?
Just was awarded a wrongful conviction. Just was awarded a certificate of innocence, just given a pardon by the state of Illinois for 9 years that I served, wrongfully convicted. I mean, my wrongful conviction started as a kid. You know, like a lot of kids. You know, I was wrongfully convicted at 14 years old. You know, not knowing the law. Not knowing the legal aspects, not knowing what the law was entailing. I got trapped, you know, and
like all of us.
All of us. There's no difference, you know. Every story gonna remain the same. On where you go, where you at, you know. Mississippi right now.
Yeah.
Mississippi right now. All the brothers in Mississippi, I know what y'all going through. I feel y'all in them cells in Mississippi. But yeah, I mean, the city owed me. So I spent 10 years in the Cook County jail. That don't even make sense.
10 years in Cook County jail fighting the case.
In the county.
Yeah, in the Cook County jail.
In the Cook County jail. Listen,
Yeah,
10 years in the Cook County jail fighting the case.
Yeah, my Cook County jail record is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but they ain't no different than a lot of other. I ain't the only one that spent 10 years in the Cook County jail. All my friends spent 10 years in the Cook County jail. So, I mean, shout out to y'all. Y'all ain't gonna hear it, but y'all have see it. There will be no All-Star game once again. There will be no LeBron James. There will be no dunking. There will be no dancing. If you got some money invested, you better talk to the NBA and see if you can get it refunded because they won't be here.
Hey, I like it. I don't care about no All-Star game.
It ain't enough for us.
In no city.
Yeah.
It doesn't serve.
I'm glad it came to Chicago.
And I'm just here, man. I just wanted to have you on because this is the Frontline show. It's about the little people, and it's about the people, and I am too. And it's about the people who fight every day to make a change, that don't get a voice often, that don't have a voice. And linking up with Pop Radio, that was my idea, to be able to have the issues up front, uncensored, and whereby we can inform the public, the community, about these issues. And the All-Star game. You chose to use on the All-Star. You got to deliver information to the people so they can understand the reason, so they don't just think we just wilding out like some idiots.
I'm glad.
And we got a little common sense. We don't just protest and move. But at least I know I don't, and I don't think this brother do either, without a purpose for what we do. And at the end of the day, it's all about inclusion. It's always about us gaining access to inclusionary, aspects and social progress. So, Queenie, you got a question for him?
I'm gonna talk about these wrongful convictions, because there's a lot of it going around.
Yeah.
I have a brother right now that is facing some time wrongful conviction, and the evidence is there that it's not him, but for some reason the evidence is not being looked at or not being basically cared about. So talking about wrongful convictions, can you elaborate on what was the situation and ultimately what you were wrongfully convicted with, and how did that play out? Because I'm sure there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here that may have the same story. And then also I want to know, what did you do to overturn that? Because you may give some advice for some people out there that may need to overturn their wrongful conviction. I have some family members that's listening in.
So look, before he do that, let's come back on this after this break, and keep that in mind, keep that on your head, and we'll be right back, people. So don't go nowhere. This is the Frontline Show.
Bangs on the beat.
Welcome back to the Frontline Show. Before the break, Ilya was about to break down, his situation, his issue that led to his him being wrongfully incarcerated, and that has been an issue throughout this city, throughout this country. And with that being said, Ilya, man, people watching, talk to them about what happened with you and how you looking today.
I mean, I think I'm looking all right. Allah had some favor on me, so I'm gonna thank God for overturning the conviction. There's so many brothers and sisters that the doors are closed on, that the courtrooms are closed to. So my wrongful conviction stems from Chicago police, being the same aggressive agent that's like every other aggressive agent anywhere you go within the United States of America, that's targeting the disadvantaged, the ignorant. So I was ignorant of the law, and it's never going to be a defense. You can't use it in the court. You can't go in no courtroom and say I didn't know, because they're going to treat you just like you did. I had to learn the law. I represented myself. I got my conviction overturned, represented myself. I've learned how to not only understand but apply the law as it operates within Illinois, on the state level and the federal level. It's probably only courtroom I ain't went in is the United States Supreme Court, but every court within Illinois I've been in, my name, my record is evident, it's clear, that I'm the fighter, that I will fight, that I stand up in the court in front of any judge. But that's what it comes down to, the abuse of a constitutional right. Really not even, you don't even have a constitutional right. You know, the moment that you are trapped in that system,
you treated as animals.
yeah, you debased. Once again, slavery becomes the thing that you exist in now. You exist in a new form of slavery. You know, I can't probably say it no better than Michelle Alexander said it. But she said it perfectly for anybody that's a reader, anybody that's gonna listen. The new Jim Crow, the mass incarceration in America. It's economical. It's economic security for America. If you cripple that system, you know, we'll go back to 1930s. We'll look at a Great Depression. We'll look at the recession. We'll look at America crippled. So they found a way to profit off Black Death, what they always did.
You know, they say you innocent until proven guilty. But in our communities, we guilty until proven innocent.
No, you guilty. You guilty in the court of law for us.
At that moment. Then
you got to prove it.
You prove that you're innocent. But they say that you're innocent until proven guilty. But we definitely know in our communities, we are, at that moment the police has eyes on you, we are guilty until proven innocent. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's the system. So that me being awarded financial compensation for being wrongly convicted, you know, it has built, I ain't gonna say confidence, I always was courageous anyway, I probably was crazy, but it has given me a way to stand on being upright, independent, and fearless. So we have so many brothers and sisters, like the brother Tyrone. I wish Tito Hardman was here. This is a shout out to you, you ain't here. I wish he was here. But these brothers are the brothers that stand up and speak for the voiceless. So all the sisters that's been murdered in Chicago,
right.
No one was there at the federal building with them brothers.
No, there wasn't.
Calling out, crying out, saying help. That's the name of my organization too. In partnership with his amazing organization. My organization is HELP, HELPP, and it means helping every last person, please. So we got a whole lot of help that need to be done. So I'm gonna take my award. I'm gonna take what God gave me. I'm gonna take the money God gave me, and I'm gonna put it back in my community. Yeah. It ain't even my money. It ain't even my money. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you how much money I sent to prison. I ain't gonna even show my receipts to the brothers that's in prison. They thankful, but I'm gonna keep sending. You know, so it's a lot of, man, we've been hurting a long time now.
Man.
We've been hurting.
We have to send it. If no one else send it, we send it.
I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it. It's sent. They know it's coming. They are. I get the thank you letters for sure.
Yes,
but yeah, we this wrongful conviction thing, Queen, Sister Queen, is that how you say it?
Queenie Greene.
Yeah, Queenie Greene.
Don't call me Queenie.
Queenie.
Call me Q.
Q.
Don't call me Collect.
I hope not. I hope I never call nobody else in this world Collect. I hope I never go to a jail. All my Collect calls come from jail, so I hope I never go back to jail and call nobody else Collect.
Prayers with that.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the wrongful conviction, man. I mean, it's something. And then you got to think what we had. So Illinois done paid out in the last 10 years $500 million.
Last 10 years.
Last 10 years,
Taxpayer
$500 million.
dollars.
Taxpayer dollars. They got $500 million that done went to wrongful conviction. The the whole system broken. It's broken. But it's broken only because it affects us. It's working for them. It's broken because it's breaking our back.
Our mother's crime paid. It just don't pay us.
They never pay us. No,
I can't keep talking enough about it. I put a live up. I was just walking into the house last night, and I couldn't get my shoes off because out my window I see just cars coming from everywhere. So of course it happened to me just recently on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I was arrested for sitting in a handicapped space. My vehicle was surrounded by about 20 officers, and I witnessed it happen to a young man outside my window. Granted, I don't know. I don't know if he had drugs in the car. I don't know if he had a gun in the car. I don't know what he had in the car, but at the same time, I literally stood in my window and counted 10 detective trucks. Well, police and detective trucks. 10 trucks, and over I counted 12, but then there were more coming. Over 20 officers. They pulled the young man out the car. One young man that he looked to be at the most maybe 5'7", 5'9", maybe 100. Regular build, not too much of a big guy. But I literally counted, and I did this on live because I needed for people to see what's going on out here. We're not just dealing with and right now in the vehicles. That's one of the worst situations going on right now. These people are literally pulling people out their vehicles, surrounding people. How can, and I want to know. I just want to know what's needed. Even if a person has drugs in the car, even if they're going to get arrested, does it take 20 officers to arrest one man? Does it take 10 vehicles to pull up and search one vehicle? And I see this.
You want to answer that or me? Because if I answer that, you ain't
come on with it. It happened to me, and I've seen it so many times. And this is one of the first times I wasn't driving past and I couldn't stop. This is one of the first times I actually could get it on camera, because for me, I begged everybody, when I was being taken away, I begged everybody to have their cameras on. Just in case I didn't make it to the station, everybody would know. And this is what's going on everywhere, on every side of town, everywhere.
Well,
that's a problem.
Listen, it's not a problem until we make it a problem.
Oh, it's a problem.
It's not a problem. Once again,
yeah.
It clearly isn't a problem enough if enough of us don't stand up and confront these issues. We can't always just be the only ones on the front line. If we're standing up and we making a stand for the disrespect, the illegal activity, unethical behavior of the police, and even the laws that they pass that allow them to profile our sons and our daughters, for that matter, because women are getting locked up at an astronomical rate.
I was the only person.
More so than the people who, more so also than the younger men. Women and girls are getting locked up like never before. So what I'm saying is, it takes that because they are naturally afraid of black men. They are naturally afraid of black men, and they do not fear us in that sense of repercussion and shall I say, the withholding of our dollars. See, capitalism is policing.
Yes.
Policing protects the status quo of what that is we call America, of corporate America. Police is not there for you and I, me, for our protection. Police is there to establish a police state and to establish order, not for a society, but a particular population in society. So I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna let Ilya speak on that. But like y'all know, when we come back, hold that thought, Ilya. I want you to speak on Queenie's question. And hey, this is the Frontline Show. Pop Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify Premium. Don't go nowhere.
Bangs on the beat.
welcome back to the Frontline Show. I'm Tryone Muhhammad with Queenie, Greene, and this is Pop Radio Worldwide, Spotify Premium, iHeartRadio, Ilya. We left off. You remember Queenie question?
Yeah.
As it relates to the police?
Yeah.
Go ahead, this Frontline, speak your mind, bro.
A police state. So a police state is where terror is used as a weapon. So what you experienced, Queenie, I just experienced. The other day I was arrested by the police after I had attended, when I sent you Saturday.
Yeah.
I leave you, come out south from out west, and I get pulled out my car. Yeah, what? No, they wouldn't take me to jail.
Okay.
I'm so smart. Look, the officer told him, you know that Tupac song, man, let him go? Yeah, let him go. The officer was mad that he had to let me go because I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was saying. But my brothers over there was in the car with me. They don't even understand what a police state is. So the moment a person is put in handcuffs by law, meaning you are arrested. There's no longer a detention. That means the police has used their authority to remove you of your right, of liberty, freedom, of pursuit, of happiness. Yeah. That you no longer free no more. Now you're a prisoner. So once I told them that, and I forced them to bring the sergeant to the scene, and then told the sergeant that, the sergeant told him let him go. But I mean, this is what we living in, though. We living in a police state because we are not educated on what our rights are. This is something that has been denied of us for so long. We don't even know what a right of a human is. A human right, it entails something that has denied us of
God-given.
And it's,
yeah.
We ain't never had it. So we dealing with a human right. So once you understand that you're a human and you entail that you possess this, that is God-given, you will stand on it. You will die for it. I mean, that's what I do. You know, if it's my God-given right, you can't take it away from me because it's the police. But the federal government has said in Chicago, now all of us are to be feared of the police. This is what the federal government said. The DOJ, Department of Justice, says that Chicago has become a police state so much that the citizens should be afraid of the police. You can run from the police now in Chicago if you're a black man, and that's not even proper cause no more. You can go in Wyoming, you take off proper cause, they gonna get you.
No, right. That's probably because all the illegal rats in the
shooting. Yeah, the shooting.
Chicago,
you got an animal.
You're gonna get shot.
So they know this though. They saying this. The federal government is saying this. It's a case, the People versus Markel Horton, which is a federal rule that says that the police have been stripped of probable cause. You have to the probable
what about
cause.
the right to pursue? Is that a part of it? It's like the pursuit law. What is that? As it relates to Chicago, how is that written out and presented?
As the justices say in the Horton case, the fear of being shot by the police, the fear of being illegally arrested, gives you the right to run. So if you run, they can't say where he ran, and that's the reason to arrest. I'm running because I'm scared of y'all.
Right.
I'm running because I know y'all will kill me.
So how do that equate then? And that comes back to knowledge of the law and our young brothers not having it. And they still use that. Said they ran, they did. So that justified us to illegal search and seizure. That justify us to pursue them because they fled. So in knowing the law, you saying that there's a federal case. Is this a state case?
Federal.
It's a federal case.
It's a state case that uses the federal language. So all laws are federal laws. The state must adopt to the federal law. This is how the governance. This is how American democracy, this is the corporation of America that you're talking about. This is how it is established. So the federal government is the leading agency in our laws and understanding of the law. So if you learn the federal law, all you got to do is make sure that the state follow the federal law. And then you'll win. So it was the little brother that got shot down that gave us the opportunity we have right now.
In the city or
in the city?
state?
No, in the city right here. Laquan McDonald.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
God bless him. This little brother paid the way that made the federal government to come in and look at how the police treat our kids.
The investigation.
Yeah, the investigation started because of the life and the death of that brother. But what
and that's
he did,
the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
They
but I read the whole report.
Yeah.
So if you read the 400 pages in the report, you will see what it gives the citizens if you know the law. It gives you a protection. It supposed to give you a federal protection. This is what the federal government said.
Yeah.
We know that y'all are endangered species. We gonna give y'all some protection. So that's why, and they're killing us for real, y'all.
So I want to ask you guys a question because the question was asked to me. So the question was asked to me. We're always talking about knowing our rights.
Yeah.
Does it matter if we also know the police rights and what they can and cannot do in the middle of an arrest?
No
So that
question.
was asked to me. So what do you guys think about that question? We always talk about our rights.
Yeah, it's no question. You should.
We should know their rights too. Does it matter?
You should know your consumer rights.
Of course.
You should know the
But will it matter?
police ethical standards and guidelines. You should know your rights. So all that is a part of knowing. But I
will it
think
matter? If
it depends.
If
you said
know
will
what
it
the
matter?
police if you know
I
what
can't
they
stop
can
a
and cannot do.
racist Queenie. You can't stop a racist cop from killing you if that's what he
No, you
want to
can't.
do. But
He
it
know
do
his rights,
matter.
yeah.
It do matter because you can curb probably a lot of the BS because ultimately they think we're ignorant. Ultimately, they think we're stupid individuals. They don't respect our intellect. They don't respect us as intelligent people. They treat us like animals. It's clear. We don't get the same respect in Inglewood that we get in Winnetka, with Matt, Glencoe, Kenilworth, Highland Park. When the police pull those people up, they assume they know. They assume they know their rights. And even if they don't know their right, they treat them as though they do.
You got to.
They definitely
But see,
do.
So go ahead.
It comes back to what you were saying about the ignorance. So ignorance, we'll look at it like the connotation of it, or just our understanding that we think ignorant is wrong. So if a person is ignorant of a thing, that just means he don't know. So they banking on us not knowing. They banking on us being ignorant of the law. So if you, like you were saying, if you know they standards, if you know they procedures, if you know they protocols, so what I mean, it gives you a chance. So they already you are
right. Just the mere fact that you took the time out to understand their ethical standards, their practices, their DR, departmental rules, and you're able to quote that back there because most of them can't quote
it. Won't quote it.
I've seen many police pull out their little book and say, you arrested on the
let me see. Let me see.
7-4, chapter 7. Imagine quoting what he just quoted. I'm just saying we memorize rap. We memorize rap songs in one take. I'm just saying to you that it's not that we can't do it. It's just that we don't have the desire or propensity to study law because we still don't see it being applied properly to us.
We have internet. I talk to a lot of the young kids and the teenagers about this because it's crazy to me that they know everything going on with rap and love, hip hop and everything else, and you have everything at your fingertips.
Yeah.
But you can't go and research what's gonna save your life.
You know
but
why?
They can tell me everything about.
But it's an answer for that. It's an answer that's so perfect that we as generations, we've misplaced the values that were important. So the things that's real important, our children, our education, our health, we have misplaced those and we have put our glory on the things that's nothing. Big booty, nice car, nice rims, all that. So we misplaced it. The glory and the shame has been misplaced. The things that's supposed to be shameful, we glorify. This is how foolish we are. I mean, not saying I'm foolish because I do it. I've done it. So I'm not. We as the people. That's what we do. So we so behind that we think it's all right. We think it's all right to be a
ignorant of the
fool.
law.
To be a fool.
Yeah.
It's all right to glorify our foolishness. Oh, you can shoot somebody in the head. Look, I'm telling you, you go on Facebook, you can shoot somebody in the head on Facebook, right? And they'll put it out there and it won't take it down. But let you do a protest on Facebook, guess what they're gonna do? Snatch it right down.
Yes. Naked pictures.
Oh, you can put a big old booty.
Naked pictures, cursing,
Say the right thing.
ignorant stuff. Everything goes viral.
On that note, naked booty
information.
cursing, stop it. Listen, this is the Frontline show, people. Come on back, hurry on back. On Spotify Premium, Pop Radio, iHeartRadio. Welcome back to the Frontline Show. Tryone, Muhhammad, Queenie, Greene, and our good brother and friend. Somebody y'all see a little more whenever he ain't out there going to jail. It's
Well, you know-
Iliad. But there ain't no Brad. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This my man. So listen, with all due respect, people, we have to be vigilant. And we have to study the law. We have to teach our children to study the law. And with that, bro, I'm saying to us, everybody watching, that you have to take your life serious. And that's one way to take your life serious, knowing what your rights are. And ultimately, we're not in a society where we can trust the police to stand on ethical standards, principles.
Not for your rights.
Not for your own rights.
Not for your rights. So they gon' bank. They going to the bank like Wells Fargo. They going to the bank on us being ignorant. They cashing in on our ignorance every single day. The law is so important because the understanding of the law is so important because it gives you an equal standing. Like, just say if you're in a boxing ring or a boxing match and you a lightweight and your opponent heavyweight, you Mayweather fight a
heavyweight.
foreman.
You can't win. Or Tyson.
How? It's impossible to win.
The weight class.
Yeah, but if you equipped with the working knowledge on his deficiencies, so the law is deficient. The law is created to cripple us. This is what the law is created for. This ain't my saying. This is what Thurgood Marshall said. This is what all the great people that came before him said. The law in America is used to cripple the so-called African trapped in America. But if you know it, if you know the law, Benjamin Crump just wrote a book called Legalized Genocide, which is a hell of a read. Me being a student, going to Roosevelt University, I love the law. I love the law. I love the library. I don't love the law because I like how it applies. I love the law because I know if I know it can't hurt me. I know that if you arrest me, I can stand up in your courtroom because George Washington said this. I can stand up and represent myself. I got this right, the first right. It ain't freedom of speech. It's the freedom to represent yourself in any court. Lawyers only came about as an assistance to the people who couldn't understand the law, but everybody got the right to represent themselves. So the law is really supposed to be a tool for the people. This is what the law is created for, but they done got us so messed up and so confused that we not understanding the law, that we just being whipped by it. We being beat by it.
So we don't understand the law, and we tend to pay lawyers who study the law, and we should be just not as, should I say, efficient or sufficient, whatever, in the law. We should know enough of it that we can help navigate these issues, at least enough to tell our lawyer, this is what happened, and this is what I see you, this is the way I see you should be pursuing this case or this situation.
Man, so the oath, right? So you got to think, the police going to take this oath, the lawyer going to take this oath, the state's attorney going to take this oath, the judge going to take this oath, all these people going to take this same foolish ass oath. And this oath is saying that we're going to hurt the people. This oath is saying that we're going to abuse the people. So the lawyer going to abuse you because he know you don't know the law. The courtroom going to abuse you because he know you don't know the law. The state's attorney going to abuse you because you don't know the law. So
and they need to fill the prisons.
They got to fill them. They have to fill them. If they're not filled, then that means that there won't be no guards, there'll be no judge. That means we taking away trillions of dollars out the economy of America. So you got to always think about money.
So
money
we eliminated the prison system. What happened in your mind?
War. I mean, war.
What kind of war?
Civil war. I mean, it got to be something that's. If you take prisons out of America right now, you think about all
the police, the state's attorneys, the judges, the defense attorneys, the people,
guards,
the colleges who spend billions on law schools.
Oh man, everything is crippled, man. America is saying, "Shit, go back to Africa then. You want to do this?"
On that note, keep that.
Go back to Africa.
On that note, we having the demonstration in front of 1300 Western, right?
Yeah.
1300 Western, and Roosevelt. It's that. What's the name of that cannabis spot?
It's Ogden.
It's like Ogden.
Ogden and Western. It's
Ogden and Western.
The medical dispensary.
The medical dispensary. This is our take. We need to figure out if you're already isolating us as a community, as businessmen, from dispensaries, but yet the laws are still in place to lock our little brothers up for peddling weed, while weed is legal in Chicago. We're saying that then you need to create an opportunity for those brothers on them corners to be able to peddle their drugs with what is it? A licensed form of what? What are we saying?
So me coming in, supporting a great friend, once again giving a shout out to Brother Tito Hardiman, our good friend in this battle. So the economical exclusion of African Americans and dispensing of marijuana and the growing of marijuana and the proceeds that marijuana then already generated. So the law is written so specific that it's clear and unambiguous. So I mean, any layperson should be able to understand it. So the law says that 25% of everything that marijuana produces, generates, is supposed to come back to those communities who are directly affected by the criminalization of marijuana. But if you say that, and then you look at the colorization of it, you look at how it actually looks in real time and not be foolish, there's not one black-owned dispensary. There's not one black-owned man that's actually growing marijuana. There's not one black man that's doing nothing with marijuana. So what we saying tomorrow and this day forward is that if y'all don't include us, the law is wrong. This is what the law says. If any part of the law is ever deemed unconstitutional, the whole law is void. This is why we have law. So if you can find any point, any time, any language of a law that's void, that you can challenge, the whole law is wrong.
No question.
The whole law becomes unconstitutional. So if you don't include us, as the law says we supposed to be included, smart men, strong men, real men should take the fight to the legislators. So I don't want to fight Lori Lightfoot. I don't want to fight. That's why we went to All-Star game in Chicago once again.
Hold that thought. Listen, we'll be back after this break, and we're going to continue this conversation, this line, because that peddler's license is real, it's serious, and it's been thrown around by a number of people from the streets to the so-called quote-unquote intellectual realm. So come on back, people. You watching, you're listening to the Frontline Show. Welcome back to the Frontline Show. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad. Pop Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Premium. And once again, I want to send a shout out to Pop Radio on Facebook. Please look them up. Pop Radio Facebook, Pop Radio Worldwide. Queenie, go ahead and talk to the people. Fill them in.
Queenie Greene.
Yeah.
You know you can find me everywhere. Hashtag Queenie Greene. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Instagram WVOG Media CHI. Make sure you check out my Thursday show. Actually, this Thursday we have someone coming in that will be speaking about the training for the solar panel installations. Make sure you check everything out from this point up into March.
Make sure we figure out what that is in terms of job opportunities.
That's
for
why
these
we got
young
them coming.
brothers.
That's why we got them coming in. We got all the judges every judge that's running for a seat. Kim Fox will be in the show in February. All the judges that are running, Supreme Court judge right now, P. Sky, we got him coming in. Yo, I'm bringing these people in for y'all. Y'all have questions to ask them? Send me those questions because I will ask them. I'm not bringing them on the show to smile and grin. And I'm bringing them on the show because you need to talk to them. They work for you. They work for us. And I need you guys to know who is running for these seats because y'all the voters. Y'all need to vote. And we just want to make sure that the community understands who are going in these seats, because they're making the decisions. So make sure you check me out. Hashtag, you can Google me, Queenie Greene. Yeah, basically.
They're giving out the years.
All the years.
Yes,
all the years.
Don't call me on the show when the judge is here.
Hey,
You're not
hey,
gonna like me.
hey,
The judge,
hey,
Kim
come on.
Fox, when you sit here,
Come
please,
on.
Eliot Jackson.
No, not here. But
Oh,
not here,
But
but
she's not gonna be here yet.
Not here,
But listen, that
I got a
issue
message for you, Kim
tomorrow.
Fox.
Hold on, let's do business.
Yes, sir.
That message tomorrow. If y'all listening and watching out there in our heartland, on Facebook, we will be there. What time? 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock tomorrow.
10 o'clock tomorrow. We're doing the press conference. Come on out and support. It's about creating the peddler's license for these brothers to try to minimize some of this arrest stuff that will be happening. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you will be going to jail for selling weed when white folks is making money and millions off of this, and they're being taxed for the products that they're serving. They're being taxed. You got to understand and remember, the war on drugs, Clinton crime bill in 1985 created the prison industrial complex off of gangs, drugs, and violence. Weed is a gateway to cocaine, heroin, and everything else. Weed, you cannot sell weed in no neighborhood without having an understanding of those neighborhoods. Meaning that you bring laws that relax the incarceration for so many grams, but what they fail to realize, you have to relax the whole cultures around drugs, sales, and distribution. Because in order to control blocks, we have to have Glocks. In order to control the blocks, we must hold Glocks. And Glocks create crime by extension because we have to protect our areas. And they never factor in any of that into them bringing forth this law.
But see,
they only thinking about the economics behind it. Go ahead.
What they did, by them excluding the people who was directly affected by the criminalization of war on drugs. Mm-hmm. So by those people being excluded in the actual writing, in the actual drafting of the bill, of the legislation, you know, that's like always they come in and think they know what's best for us, and we gonna give y'all this, and y'all just gonna be quiet. So they just expecting, like they always expected, some good old Negroes to go on about it, you know, to enjoy it, to get their little pecans. But the economical advantages that's gonna be denied to the African American, those who are most affected by the criminalization, by the war on drugs. That denial, to me, is unacceptable. I just got off parole for having 2 bags of weed in my pocket.
Wow.
Don't even make sense. They gave me 2 years in prison for 2 bags of marijuana. I just
And it's
finished a stint of parole for this.
You say you giving them an expungement, but it doesn't deal with the reparation of serving prison time.
No, you can't. You can't. I mean, see, they never gonna repair us. See, and this is our problem. Anybody that's fighting for reparations that don't understand the damage that's really done, the pain that's really been suffered. If you think that you're gonna let them come in and repair us, shit, we gonna be doing like what's the girl name? Mary Marble, the Queen's granddaughter or goddaughter. You know, she's gonna be looking good in the place and ain't gonna have no motherfucking respect.
Or power.
You know, or power. You're just gonna look good in that place. You're gonna look good in that palace and ain't gonna have no power. You know, I think the power for us gonna come in our ability to show them that we want what's ours. J.G. Wentworth says, "My money, I want it now. Pay me."
That's what J.G.
Wentworth said on the commercial. Y'all, everybody see the commercial?
Said.
J.G. Wentworth, "My money, I want it now. Give it to me. I'm going to get it."
So listen, people, with the few minutes we have left, once again, I'm going to invite y'all out with 10 o'clock. That's 13th in Ogden and Roosevelt.
Ogden and Weston.
Ogden and Weston. We will be in front of that dispensary. We have a press conference, a news conference, letting the mayor know, letting the city know, letting the state know that
if y'all don't talk to us, y'all don't talk to us, there will be no All-Star game. If y'all don't bring us to the table, if Tyrone Muhhammad is not sitting at the table, if Tito Hardeman is not sitting at the table with the governor, with J.B. Pressner, with the lieutenant governor, Juliana Stratton, with all our elected officials, if we not sitting there with you guys, y'all gonna keep doing what y'all doing, and y'all gonna give everybody else the billions. Everybody, man.
Come on, keep talking. Take it. No, you finished taking it on now. Go. You ain't through.
Man, they got a lot of billions, y'all. They got a lot of billions. So they gave us $750 million between 20 impoverished neighborhoods. So all our kids, there's 25 neighborhoods. 25 neighborhoods.
250.
Oh my. I'm like, that's what they saying. But the city line to me said they gave us $750. Amazing sister said $250. If they, man, y'all better stand up, man. If y'all gonna sit here and let us starve, if y'all gonna let our kids,
they not gonna let us. It ain't on them. We already know that the pastors and politicians and all these individuals that had their hand in disenfranchisement of our communities, they already let us down. So it's up to us to reinvigorate or put some spirit into the young people out here to let them know what has happened to them and this is what they can do to help their own condition. Because God don't change a people's condition until they change themselves.
Without a question.
So we can want them to do right by us, but we sit back and do nothing but get high.
Well,
and never show up.
I'm gonna smoke the weed,
we
y'all.
sit back
Listen,
and
mama,
get high.
hey, my mama
and
watching
never
this.
Get out.
My
Hey,
mama
mama,
watching this. I'm gonna smoke the weed, mama.
Mama,
look, I need
I
it.
got him, mama.
I got so much pain, man. I gotta smoke the weed. I'm telling y'all, man.
I got him, mama.
I can't eat it. I can't eat it.
We
I
got
taste
him, man.
Hey,
Where we at? See, Ilya, that's how I love him, man. He come and take over the show.
I apologize.
That's all right. You ain't do nothing wrong. This is the Frontline show. We don't have all the restrictions and handcuffs on this show. But at the end of the day, we want to get at the business. We want the people to know the truth. We want to give people the information. But we hurt so bad, we try to laugh to keep from crying.
I smoke
weed to keep from crying.
I smoke my tears away, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. I see why people dying, man. Look, I see why people dying on a daily basis, man. I gotta smoke. I got to. We gonna get our own dispensary. Y'all come back from us.
Queenie Greene, take us out, sister. Take the people where we at, where we going, where we gonna be, and take us on now. We got 2 minutes.
All right, so you say 10 o'clock tomorrow on Ogden?
Ogden and Weston.
All right, Ogden and Weston, make sure you come out and support the guys. Make sure you come back every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. This is the Frontline Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, Spotify Premium, iHeartRadio station. Shout out to Pop for giving the platform. Definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsor, 7 Star, with that police app. Yo, we can't talk about that too much. Get that app. Check out the website, 7star.com. frontline.com. Yo, make sure you come back every Tuesday. Check out the YouTube, check out the Facebook, check it all out. Check it out, check it out. Google us, Frontline.
That is.
It's a wrap.
Thank y'all. See you next week. This is the Frontline Show. Tryone, Muhhammad, Queenie, Greene.
Greene.
Really, y'all catch me in the streets. I'm in the streets. If y'all looking for me, catch me in the streets.
And no
all
smoke.
action in the streets, y'all. We
Don't
need to fight in the streets.
Don't smoke too much.
iHeartRadio.
I'm blowing the dope as soon as we get up out of here, y'all. Watch this. I'm getting high.
Every
The whole police gonna pull us over because I might be smoking in the car.
Tune in every Tuesday. Pop Radio, Spotify.
the views of Illy don't reflect on the views of all the people in the picture right now.
These are my sober friends.